Hey ladies and gents, welcome to a brand new series called Killer Formations. This is where I identify a formation that kills another formation better than any other. The formation we're looking to kill today is the 3-2-3-2 formation utilised by France in the international event, whilst I'm using my trusty 4-2-3-1. If you've watched both of my AS Roma events, you would have seen I run out 4-0 and 4-1 victors, but this time I'm facing a much sterner test against France with the likes of Mbappe, Benzema up top, with Griezmann in the hole, and it wasn't long before I scored the first goal with an overload on the right hand side. Let me just rewind this back and explain what happened and why it worked so well. With the 3-2-3-2, the wide areas are where they are weakest. Why? Because they have only really one designated wide player. Their DMs will fall in and cover, as you're seeing here with Pogba, but that's where my attacking midfielder comes in to draw him in, and my fullback continues his run, runs in on goal to score using off-axis finishing, which is covered in my attacking tips. So let's just see how this formation fares when I am defending. So notice as they play the ball into midfield and he lays it back. Whenever someone does that with this formation, I always play the offside trap. This brings my defensive line up. As you can see there, it's squeezed the midfield and defence nicely and tight together. Even if they do break that line, the player comes back to win the ball. This is why I love the deep lying forward from my striker when playing this possession based style. He's going to drop off and is able to link in with my attacking midfielder who will break forward. The defender dives in and leaves their defence exposed in a 3 vs 2, and they're lucky to get the ball away. This formation works so well at pressing from the front, especially with the possession-based play style, and they're sort of resorted to just longboarding over the top because they've got no other options. Most of the players are being marked and dealt with by most of my team. This is a very similar pattern to the pattern that led to the goal. Play it into my central midfielder, who then plays it to my fullback, who then looks forward to the wide player running the channel. He's then going to look to turn and cross the ball into the box, but the defender gets his head to it first. France in this instance look to break forward on the counter, but Jorginho picks up the ball and then plays it forward. And it's all about here doing 1-2s, looking for runners. Perhaps I should have played it wide there to Kubo, who's probably in a better position. So France actually work it really nicely here, and I actually have a really good opportunity to play the ball forward, but for some reason Koundé just tries to drive forward with the ball. I'm able to take it off his feet and then produce my own attack. Goretzka plays it into my striker, who links up once again excellently by dropping off. Then he plays it into Foden. Foden drives forward and has a go. Ricochets back to him, and it's a bit of fortune. Comes off Varane and deflects into the back of the net, making it 2-0. So now we're 30 minutes into the match, and France still haven't registered a shot on goal or created any sort of meaningful chances. You know, it just seems to be pretty comfortable going, to be honest. You know, they haven't changed their attacking strategy. They've been neutral the whole game, so I'm surprised they haven't decided to change it. But you'll see once again in these wide areas through Kubo and Kovacic, you know, that is so simple. Just a 1-2, and I'm able to get right towards the edge of the penalty box. Few skills here, just dribbling my way through into the penalty box. And unluckily with the header, perhaps I should have done a stunning shot there to ensure the header stayed downwards. But, you know, it's not difficult to create chances against the 3-5-2 in those wide areas with this formation. And I don't know why, if it's the formation or the combination of the formation and play style, but it's really good for sort of doing this. Breaking up play in advanced areas of the pitch and get a little bit of fortune with the players stumbling and just the ball falling my way, but just lays it back and it's a simple finish into the corner of the net. Beautiful little bit of skill from Foden to set up Jovetic, making it 3-0 by the 40th minute. This skill and this pass by Foden is just marvellous. It's definitely worth another look there. So France, from their own kickoff, sort of play it back to the goalkeeper, who pumps it forward, but then Jovetic has a great chance there. He's got to score, and France get away with it again just before half time. But they do win a free kick towards the end of the first half, which is comfortable save, but it does give them their first shot of the match, and it's on target, so it always registers on the stats. I mean, this is a good indication of if the game's going for you or not. Look at the possession, the shots on target against your opposition. Clearly dominant. So the second half begins and France had to change something, and you can see in the bottom left hand corner they've changed to an attacking strategy, and that change definitely brings them some joy because this player cuts inside from the wide area, crosses it in, and Benzema flicks it over the bar. Now whilst the attacking strategies is great for getting numbers in the box, it will leave you a little bit exposed defensively, especially between your defence and midfield. Here I did make a mistake of bringing Digne out, which allowed them to get in behind me, and they get a little bit unlucky here. Griezmann plays the ball in, but my defender makes a great tackle, and then we can hit him on the counter. And I really should be playing in Foden from this position. But this just highlights how open they are now with the attacking strategy. We're now 56 minutes in, and to my knowledge, France have had a few opportunities in order to shoot and possibly get better chances in on goal. But I don't remember my keeper having to really make a save so far. So, you know, even though they are in the attacking strategy, we're still fairly comfortable in terms of defending this lead. But right now, again, working in the wide area. Kovacic here, lovely little turn. Perhaps should have played the ball sooner. In fact, to be honest with you, I expected to see more from Mbappe. I thought he was going to be a far bigger threat on the counter-attack. And just as I say that, here he is on the counter. What can he do? A little bit of skill. And gets the ball. There's Griezmann. Little drop of the shoulder, has a go, and it's just wide of the target. But again, they can shoot from there all they like, especially on his weaker foot. When it does come to defending, I always find this formation does really well against this formation in terms of just being able to turn the ball over relatively easily. They're minimal effort, winning the ball back. And one of the things I do like about the deep line forward is when he does lay it off, he's able to spin in behind if you want. And that's why I love the deep line forward in a possession style. If you ever have a 5-man or 6-man midfield, you know, it can be considered 6 men because, you know, we've got our deep line forward just there laying the ball off. But when you switch sides, sometimes you're going to have a man over. So going from left to right or right to left when you switch wings, you may find there's opportunities there that will present themselves. Look how much effort France have got to put into these attacks though. Here's Goretzka. This is what I was talking about. From left to right, Kubo's wide open, takes a touch and places it into the corner. 4-0. Koulibaly into Ricardo Pereira, into Jorginho, into Kagawa, drives forward, draws the defender in, plays it back to Ricardo Pereira. Again, really simple football, nothing really too arduous or skillful about this, and it just creates an easy chance. Could have been 5, could easily been 5. Still got the ball, now we're just messing with them. Plays the ball in, unfortunately didn't get on the end of that. And there's the whistle. Full-time result, 4-0. So there we are. That's the 3rd game in a row where we've scored 4 goals. You know, we've had a 4-0 result against Roma, a 4-1 result against Roma, and now a 4-0 against France. So that clearly says to me that this formation is doing wonders against the 3-2-3-2 and absolutely smashes it. Let's just take a look at the stats. So they had 3 shots on target, and I can remember those because we had the Benzema chance from the cross. He flicked it over with his heel. We had the chance from Griezmann on his weaker foot from outside the box, and then we had the free kick at the end of the first half. So just those 3 shots. They did have quite a high pass success rate, so that's a little bit worrying from my point of view, but generally if you see the possession 59%, I'm more than happy with that. You know, I would like to be the 60 plus side, but it's not always what you want it to be. So yeah, it was a pretty comfortable match in the end. We dominated them more or less from start to finish, and that is why this formation kills the 3-2-3-2. Now, if there's a formation you want me to kill in the next episode, let me know down in the comments below. Let me know the full details of that formation. You know, don't just say it's a 4-3-3. Do they have 2 central midfielders? Do they have 1 central midfielder? Do they have a defensive midfielder? Perhaps tell me the roles they're playing, and then I can create a formation to try and absolutely smash that formation. Anyway, that is pretty much it for me, ladies and gents. Before I go, I just want to thank my channel supporters, Michael Aiken and Lan. Thank you so much for joining the Source tier. And if you want to join yourself, just hit that join button. Anyway, that's all for me, ladies and gents. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.